One I've been waiting for, Ike, for 6 months, a rematch from Throwdown 6 and what was at the time a World Championship defense with the oldest and most respected championship in the history of this industry. Let's go up to Pedro DeLuca.
He weighs at 241 3/4 pounds, wrestling out of San Diego, California. He's the five-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Strap-on Adam Pearce.
I may be wrong, but I think there's less than a handful of men that have held the NWA World Championship, which has been around since 1904. 4 times than Adam Pearce. Lou Thesz, Harley Race, and Ric Flair. I believe those are the only 3. That shows you the elite company, that Adam Pearce is in.
Pearce, an amazing wrestler. Can't say so much about the man as a human being. I mean, I'm just going to be blunt on the despicable side, but an amazing wrestler, as stated, Joe.
Also, Jeff Jarrett on that list, but that tells me that Adam Pearce, hello.
I think he was doing that to you, Joe.
I would hope not. I don't think Adam's that kind of guy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Adam, one of the top 4 or 5 most reigns of that championship ever. A man that single-handedly kept that championship relevant in the eyes of many and defended it 6 months ago against Jason Kincaid, but took a little bit of a cheap shot to get the job done.
Well, a little bit, if you mean a little bit, by a blatant low blow, you're absolutely correct.
A low blow, Pearce loves that pile driver as well, but man, did Pearce get some just desserts or what when he crossed paths with Diamond Dallas Page and got Diamond Cutter. But he's back and more arrogant than ever.
And this one.
Adam making friends as always.
I thought he got confused where he was. He thought he was at the farm.
He weighs in at 205 pounds, wrestling out of Fayette County, West Virginia. Here is the kid, Jason Kincaid.
Mike, this is my textbook definition of looks can be deceiving. You look at Jason Kincaid on the surface, you're not really sure what to make of him. You're not really sure what he's all about. There's a lot of interesting things going on there.
If Jimmy Valiant and Terry Funk had a child.
There you go. I can see that. But once he gets into the ring, there's no question the heart, desire, and determination that Jason Kincaid has, as evidenced by the fact he almost became a bona fide world champion here in his home area of the country 6 months ago. Adam Pearce picking a fight. Jason Kincaid quick to step up, and Adam Pearce will never again forget the name of Jason Kincaid, and I'm not going to forget this outfit.
Well, Kincaid rocking the futuristic, sparkly tablecloth looking with red knee pads, and
he looks like a Power Ranger, a 1960s Star Trek villain, and Whoopi Goldberg all had a love child. I don't know how that would really work, but work with me.
I have been informed by Mr. Kincaid's opponent that he deserves top billing in this match. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, he weighs in at a God-crafted 241 3/4 pounds. He is wrestling out of the town far better than here, San Diego, California, and he is the greatest wrestler that Marietta, Ohio has ever seen before. Strap-on Adam Pearce.
And he's humble, too.
well, he thinks he deserves it, but evidently no one agrees with him here tonight.
Well, I know what he's all about all too well. He's one of my former bosses. Imagine working for that.
You were in the scrap iron industry, Joe.
Not so much. But be that as it may, there'll be some serious scrapping going on between Adam Pearce and Jason Kincaid. Adam Pearce has since moved on in his career after the NWA chapter. Him and Colt Cabana, 7 levels of hate. Infamous rivalry that ended with neither man winning the NWA World title. Very controversial issue there. Adam and Colt are appearing in a DVD about that coming up, from what I understand. But Adam Pearce, I'll tell you what, interesting to see these two go back and forth on RemixProWrestling.com, talking about the issues. Jason Kincaid felt slighted, felt that Adam Pearce disrespected him when Pearce used a low blow to win the matchup. Kincaid said, I'm coming to Throwdown 7 to earn your respect. Pearce said, it has nothing to do with respect. I respect you, kid. It's about winning, and that's what I do, no matter what the circumstance. Hard to argue with either side.
2 men now slugging it out outside the ring, and Kincaid slides back in just to stop that 10 count, and then continues to come at Pearce.
Adam Pearce made some headlines about a month ago, appearing on the TNA Impact Wrestling Gut Check Challenge, one-on-one with Magno. And check this out, Kincaid sends Pearce to the outside.
Yes, of course, Pearce on Gut Check was not successful.
Well, let's qualify that he won his matchup, but he won that matchup dirty as well, and as a result, the TNA management, Bruce Pritchard, Al Snow, Danny Davis, well, they decided that that was not becoming of what they wanted to see. Kincaid connects with the heel kick to the outside. They also said Pearce was too experienced, not sure what that means, but to the outside, and Adam Pearce hits the guardrail.
Well, Pearce has been wrestling, believe it or not, for 15 years. The man's 35 years old. He's in remarkable shape, great conditioning, but he's never had that big break he's been looking for.
At least 15 years. And the man has been all over the world. Every country, every promotion, health championship.
Kincaid there rakes the eyes across the guardrail.
Keep in mind, Jason Kincaid, he holds a big victory over Jimmy Jacobs in his time here. He's certainly been very successful. And Kincaid has said that contesting the NWA World's title was a dream come true for him, but one he certainly feels is marred by Adam Pearce. Oh, Kincaid on the ring apron. Second time we've seen the apron used as an offensive weapon, and with very good reason, you can see the back of Kincaid just bow up in pain.
I feel like, is this Kincaid like ZZ Top, or, I mean, Kincaid, despite the look of the guy, as you've mentioned, he's had great matches here in Remix and all over the place. He even had the championship match that as you mentioned, he felt disrespected on with the low blow. And
Kincaid is like the cross between a flamboyant disco dancer and Dutch Mantel.
Well, he's got wrestling ability, and that's all that matters here at Remix Pro Wrestling. The ring attire aside.
He's one of the best wrestlers. That's why I say I don't judge a book by its cover, and that's why Adam Pearce respects Kincaid. Adam Pearce has literally been in the ring with everybody. You earn Adam Pearce's respect, you've done something. Because whether you love Adam Pearce or you hate him, he does not impress easy.
Well, Adam Pearce just put 241 pounds down around the neck of Kincaid, pulling him back up by those golden locks of his.
Forget those 3/4 of a pound, too.
Oh, I forgot about that, right.
God crafted in Adam Pearce's words that he fed Pedro to Luke, our ring announcer.
He told him to say that?
Well, I'm gonna guess Pedro didn't come up with it. I don't think Pedro feels that highly about Adam Pearce. I don't think anybody feels that highly about Adam Pearce except maybe Adam Pearce.
There he's got Goldilocks and drives his head into the corner.
Shut your ass. Come on.
Kincaid giving up a little bit of size here to Pearce.
Come on, get him out of the corner.
But my question, Ike, what did Kincaid learn about Adam Pearce that he can use to rectify his loss of 6 months ago?
Will hopefully learn not to keep his genitals anywhere near Pearce's fists.
I think that's good advice pretty much any day of the week, no matter how you slice it.
You got to wonder how things might have turned out 6 months ago had Pearce not went to that well, so to speak.
Well, in my estimation, Pearce only did it because he felt he had to. He felt threatened by Kincaid. He felt the NWA World's title slipping from his grasp. And Pearce, oh, what an adjustment. High angle spine buster for 2.5.
Only able to get a 2 count. Not too happy with the referee. Kincaid wincing in pain. Has he got foil on his teeth? Has he got teeth? Is he?
I have no idea. You look at this guy.
Drinks a lot of Mountain Dew, I guess.
You look at this guy, again, you don't know what to make of him, but when he gets in there and competes, man, you just can't help but respect him.
Shiny hair, shiny clothes, big fists to Pearce's face by Kincaid.
Yeah, and that's doing the trick right now. Oh, Pearce picks up the pace, and the veteran out-quickening the younger Kincaid.
Looks like he caught Kincaid off guard a little bit there. Kincaid thought one thing, but Pearce thought another. Now Kincaid stretched across the top of Pearce's shoulders.
Oh, man. Almost shades of Antonio Cesaro, the former Claudio Castagnoli, went covering the ring to almost shades of the UFO, the unidentified flying opponent.
How in the world Kincaid was able to kick out of that one at 2, we'll never know. Showing some of that heart. He might not have the size, but he's got the heart to compete here in Remix.
Absolutely does. I don't think anybody's going to tell Jason Kincaid ever again that you're not good enough. It just comes down to, are you better than Adam Pearce?
Well, I have a feeling Adam Pearce is going to tell him, as he's telling him over and over and over, taunting the smaller man.
The question is, are you better than Adam Pearce on this day? And there's a pile driver. We saw Pearce utilize it in the past. Kincaid had it scouted. Kincaid has learned from the past, and Pearce has slingshotted into the turnbuckle.
Takes a bite of that padding, but I believe you mentioned earlier this evening, behind that padding, not too thick, and you've got nothing but steel behind it.
Now Kincaid mount the momentum he needs. Can he get that second burst of adrenaline? Can this capacity crowd in Marietta will him on?
Kincaid went to do a rush into the corner, but Pearce slow getting back to his feet. Tries it a second time.
Connects, and look at Kincaid, knowing he can't give Adam Pearce any reprieve. Kincaid's got to build something and quick.
Well, Pearce buying himself some time now, slides out underneath that bottom rope, makes his way back to his feet, catches an elbow off the top rope.
And now it's Pearce who lands on the apron. Kincaid can't take time to showboat though. Can't take time to rejoice. Overhead neckbreaker. He could have him here. 4 or 5-time world champion defeated though.
Look at that offensive arsenal shown to us tonight by Jason Kincaid, coming over the top rope with the neckbreaker out of nowhere.
Well, Kincaid showing that Adam Pearce was half right. It's not just about the winning, but it's about earning the respect as well. And Kincaid certainly has it. Enziguri kick. Adam out on his feet.
Adam been wrestling in the industry for many years, but still Kincaid able to catch him off guard now. Kincaid's going to the top for something here.
And down with a double foot. Oh my God! Pearce's head bounced at the impact of the feet of Kincaid, but then Pearce's body bounced off that second ring cable. Double impact. Kincaid has him here. Big win. No.
Had to slide him over just a few inches to get him back in the ring from underneath those ropes, only able to get a 2 count.
That catch-22, that may have been the only thing that saved Adam Pearce, is that ring positioning.
Well, Kincaid still trying to build momentum, asking the fans for encouragement here, punching those fists in the air, fans firmly behind Kincaid.
Kincaid's got to dig down deep.
Pearce is just a... Have you ever had a conversation with Pearce? I mean...
Unfortunately, yes. I used to work for him. Roll up, no.
Not too many people want to see this guy win, if anyone.
Oh, and Pearce for the second time went downstairs.
I mean, he's the kind of guy, you know, he's going to kick your dog as he walks by. He's going to insult your child. He doesn't have too many redeeming qualities.
Not at all. I know smile when he does it. That low blow was instrumental 6 months ago, and Pearce going to repeat history. No! Kincaid counters!
The strength!
Kincaid drops down! Kincaid just beat a 5-time world champion!
You got to think he pulled the adrenaline out of that one.
One of the 5 best WBA World Champions in a 100-year history of that title. And Jason Kincaid just pinned that man in his home turf. That is huge. That is a career maker. Mike, we've seen history.
Yes, we have. Kincaid able to outstrength his opponent. Adam Pearce reversed that and got the victory. Pearce isn't happy about it, but I think everyone else is. Great showing tonight from Jason Kincaid. Redemption from 6 months ago, if you will.
Adam protesting the count, but the official decision is final. Jason Kincaid truly arrived here in Remix Pro Wrestling. He's pinned a world champion. He's proven that the business is about winning. It is about respect. And Kincaid walked out with both here tonight, much to the chagrin of Adam Pearce.